All right, welcome. Today we're going to take a trip to a part of the chemical world that's kind of hiding in plain sight, but it shapes pretty much everything you do all day. We're talking about the periodic table's most interesting, most diverse, and honestly, most important neighborhood, the p-block. So let's pull back the curtain and see what makes this place so special. So to get started, I want you to just picture three things. Three things you've definitely run into today. On the surface, they seem completely unrelated, like total strangers. But what's so cool is that they're actually part of this really unlikely, really powerful family. So really think about it for a second. You've got shiny, flexible metal, the invisible gas that's literally keeping you alive, and the super complex brain of your smartphone. What on earth could possibly connect these three things? It sounds impossible, right? Well, the answer isn't what they are, it's where they live. It turns out they all share the exact same chemical address. And to find that address, well, we're going to need a map. And in the world of chemistry, there is no better map than the periodic table. This is where we're going to solve our little mystery. Okay, so look over to the far right-hand side of the table. You see those 6 columns from group 13 all the way over to 18? That whole section of elements right there, that's the neighborhood. That is the p-block. And it's home to aluminum, oxygen, and silicon, so mystery solved. But, that just brings up an even bigger question. Why? Why are they all grouped together if they're so wildly different? And what does p-block even mean anyway? Well, it all comes down to their electrons, specifically where their most important, most energetic electrons hang out. Think of it like this. If an element is a house, its electrons are the people living inside. The p orbital is just a fancy name for a specific type of room. It's the outermost room, where the last, most influential electrons decide to live. And every single element in the p-block, from a metal like aluminum to a gas like neon, has its final character-defining electrons in one of these p rooms. Now, in the language of chemistry, this little code here is basically their shared address format. But don't worry about all the letters and numbers. All it really means is that these elements' most important electrons are all in that special p room we just talked about. That shared living arrangement is what makes them family. Okay, so they share an address. Got it. But this is where things get truly wild. This neighborhood is, without a doubt, the most diverse, most eclectic group on the entire periodic table. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. And here it is. This is what makes this neighborhood absolutely unique in all of chemistry. While other blocks on the table might just have metals, the p-block has the complete set. You've got your metals, their weird cousins, the metalloids, and nonmetals. It's the only place you'll find the whole shebang, all living together. And this table just shows you that incredible variety. You've got soft conductive metals like aluminum. Then you have the in-betweeners, the metalloids like silicon. And then you have the nonmetals, which includes not only the literal building blocks of life like carbon, but also these super unreactive noble gases. So let's meet a few of these key residents, shall we? Over on one side of the block, you've got familiar metals like aluminum, yep, the stuff in your kitchen foil, and tin. Now, these aren't super tough metals like iron or titanium. They're generally a lot softer and have lower melting points, but they are incredibly useful to us. Then we get to the absolute rock star of our modern age, silicon. It's a metalloid, which means it's the ultimate fence-sitter. It's not quite a metal, but it's not quite a non-metal either. And this unique property, being a semiconductor, is what allows it to be the foundation of literally every single computer chip on the planet. And right next door, you find the absolute essentials for existence itself, the non-metals, like carbon and oxygen. These aren't just elements, they are the elements. They form the basis of all organic life, the air we breathe, and the molecules that make us, well, us. Finally, on the far right edge of the neighborhood, you've got the noble gases. Helium, neon, argon, these are the cool, aloof residents. Their electron houses are perfectly full, totally stable, so they just don't react with anybody. They just like to keep to themselves, floating in balloons and glowing in bright signs. Okay, so we've met the neighbors, we understand their shared address. Now let's bring it all back home and answer the most important question of all. Why does any of this actually matter to you? Because the p-block isn't just some section in a textbook. It is your world. That phone in your pocket, powered by silicon. The air you're breathing right this second, that's nitrogen and oxygen. That soda can on your desk, aluminum. The clean water from your tap, purified with chlorine. It's all from this one single block of the periodic table.
So when you look around, just remember this. These elements, this diverse and seemingly random collection, they are the invisible architects building and sustaining the world all around us. They are absolutely fundamental.
And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to chew on. With all that diversity, which single p-block element do you think has had the biggest impact on human history? Is it carbon, the element of life, silicon, the element of information, or maybe something like aluminum, the element of modern industry? It's something to think about.